Hello everyone, welcome back to more of Genshin Impact. So last time we ran through Venti's storyline there, and that was really cool. I can't wait for more, honestly. Because like a lot of these stories are part ones. Like this is Astrolab's chapter part 1. So a lot of these are part 1, so I can only assume that there's more to them later. So very interested in seeing where these stories go later. But we need to go to Liyue Harbor for Mona's story. Not a big fan of her as a playable, not a big fan of her mechanics. I have her. And I've used her before. Not been a very big fan of playing as her. But hey, maybe this will change my mind. Most of what I don't like about her is the way that she moves. And I have her right here, as you can see. And she's an interesting enough character, but she gets stuck. So there's no option to not do her water running ability. And while the water running ability is cool, because it does legitimately let you run across water, it gets stuck on everything. You can't jump while you're in it. You can't do anything. So running around as her, you get just stuck on stuff, you know? It's like, woo, I can run around like this. Yeah, big whoop. Yeah, I can run over water. But with, let's say, the MC here, you know, if I'm running along, I can jump and start climbing the walls, or, you know, if I'm running along, and I hit, you know, a spot like this, I just run right off, you know. But with Mona, when she hits stuff like that, she just gets stuck. Alright then. Oh, that was hilarious. But she does. She gets stuck on stuff. Way too easily. Look, now I'm stuck on this tree. I ended up going up the tree somehow, even though I shouldn't have been able to. But that caused me to then get stuck and not able to get off of the tree. And I don't like how she controls. I really don't. We'll see if her story arc changes anything in that. Probably won't. Here's Lisa as another example, you know. I just climbed that immediately. And whee! I just ran right off. I don't like her. She gets stuck on everything. She's great if you need to run across water. But beyond that, Barbara deals more damage than her, and she's a healer. Granted, that is also because if you actually look at my Mona, Barbara's level 55, whereas my Mona is level 20. But also, I don't think Mona even has a decent weapon. But I just haven't bothered to sit down and do anything with her because her just basic abilities are obnoxious. Look at that. She's got this 2-star weapon, the Pocket Grimoire. She's got some of the worst artifacts I have. No constellations because she's a 5-star, and good luck getting her more than once. But it would be nice her illusory torrent. Mona cloaks herself within the water's flow, consuming stamina to move rapidly. While under the effect, Mona can move at high speed on water, applies the wet sass nearby enemies when she reappears. It would be nice if you could turn that off. Like, maybe there's a run key, but then also there's a, illusory torrent key. But the right mouse button, which if I switch back to her, I'll show you guys. The key for using that, for using her illusory torrent, is the right mouse button. Which, the right mouse button is the same as using the shift button to run. Like, they're the same key. Like, they're the same abilities. The right mouse and shift are both run. So, like, right mouse, shift. I don't know if you can hear the shift button. You can hear that thunk as I hit the right mouse key. If there was if right mouse did that, but then because shift is like a different button, like maybe that counted as a different thing and you could run without using illusory torrent, but then you still had that right mouse button to use the ability, that would be different. But her run just is that, and it's such a pain. And the worst part, again, is that she's a 5-star unit, so you would think, oh, she's going to be good. But then she's just not. Like, it's really obnoxious. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but we'll see. Anyway, I guess we need to leave Liyue Harbor? Yeah, by going that direction. It just says leave Liyue Harbor. I don't know exactly where outside of Liyue Harbor I need to go. Somewhere around here, apparently. So I'm just going to use this waypoint. It's not really leave Liyue Harbor. Like, that's way away from Liyue Harbor.
Finally.
There she is.
I almost fell asleep waiting. As usual, my predictions are correct. Yes you, come with me.
What?
Are you some sort of door-to-door? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
A little bit of overlap between the English and
You're
lines there.
not from this world, are you?
How do you know about that?
How? Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off.
Oh, I'm just full of questions. For starters, who are you?
Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that it is most rude to misremember names, I allow others to call me Mona.
Mona Magistus.
I am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt. It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago. But she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
Not sure what getting some box back has to do with us. Why do you need us to come along?
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the Guardian of the Box. My master and her friend contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be superior to my master.
So you want to prove yourself. But basically you want to look good.
Well, I want to prove the power and status of astrology, to be precise. Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless. But I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind.
I had the feeling that that was the wrong line. No idea how astrology works. How'd you end up thinking of me?
The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so...
Since when was I your student?
Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to act the part. There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box. Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
Those sound like fine conditions.
A wise decision. That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before we go.
Beyond this world stars. Astrolabus Part 1.
There's always great value for the money. The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
All the way up there. Alright. Let's go to the Statue of the Seven. Geo. I'm wondering if I might want to switch to Geo, just because, like, most of the stuff down here requires Geo. So, I'm going to resonate with Geo real quick. And then maybe even grab Noelle, just in case. Because seriously, the one thing I have an issue with being Geo on the MC is that you still need Noelle's stupid claymore.
I will protect you.
So, like, you still, like, being Geo is nice, but you really need the claymore for a lot of things. Even so, you know, like, your sword's good, but your Geo ability isn't really that good. So, Mr. Zoo.
Well, it's no wonder that an inn set up here has no business.
Mona, well, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
A jade ring? Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. The ring was given to me by my mother.
Stanley?
While my back was turned, it was swallowed up by a slime.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the starry ether. Their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
I can see that.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 more as compensation, if you were willing.
20,000?
Hey, alright? What's with that look on your face?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the person who finds that ring must be lucky indeed to be able to earn 20,000 mora just like that.
You were just talking about an astrologer's pride.
Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much mora to find. It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your master.
This has become my business again.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make? And Paimon actually kept a small amount
Don't tell me that when you get greedy. Don't tell me that when you get greedy, you...
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy.
Don't sweat the small stuff. No, I should just steal stuff.
Attract all the slimes in the area. Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves.
At the elemental bait, feed the slimes and search for the ring. Right, I switched to Geo. I'm just so not used to being Geo at all.
Let it rain. Starfall!
That was a miss. Yeah, it's not the greatest of abilities, let's be honest. On enemies that go bounce, it's nice. And that can be a nice ability. Definitely not as great as the whirlwind, but that can be a nice little ability. Bam!
Steadiest as a good knight should.
Bam! And the only issue with the Claymore is that it's so slow. And don't get me wrong, Claymore's not a terrible weapon. It deals ridiculous damage after all, but it's so slow. Nephrite ring.
Found it! This must be the ring. It's so pretty. I'm unsure it's worth a ton of... Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts. Let's bring the ring back to Mr. Zhu.
I wasn't having any bad thoughts about, you know, selling it or anything. You know, keeping the ring and then selling it in the black market or something, you know. No, none of that. Paimon definitely wasn't thinking about anything like that.
That's it. That's the one. I thought it was lost forever.
You actually found it. Not bad. Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be so fortunate next time.
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me?
What?
Let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Then
Whoa.
Then I'll take it gladly.
That was quick. Even Paimon wasn't that
how
fast.
the work?
A disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
I never said I'd really be your disciple.
Exactly.
Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
What was that?
And he's hungry.
Sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days. I'm very sorry. I forgot that you have no...
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to a fine meal. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good, so let's go try it out. No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things?
Let's go after her. There, I said it for you. She's a good person. She said it for you.
Let's go after her for good food.
Let's go after her. To Mondstadt. Set off for Mondstadt. Go to the Wangshu Inn. Hey, I really did get more for that, though. It was way more than just 20, though. It was freaking 31. So, yeah. Freaking 31. I'll take it. Is she gonna be like at the very bottom of the inn? Probably. Yeah, she is. That's perfectly fine. Yep, there she is. Time for a sit down.
Mona's treat. We can order whatever we want, right?
Of course. I am a most generous master, after all. But only if you can finish it all. Wasting food simply will not do.
Excuse me, what would you like to order?
It's golden shrimp balls. As for the vegetarian abalone, but this crab roe tofu and this salted pork soup. Am I ordering all of them? Because these are obviously all like one line, just separated. Golden
These
shrimp
are made
balls.
using large succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes. They have an amazing texture.
For the vegetarian abalone.
It's exactly what it says on the label. Abalone made from vegetarian
Bologna.
ingredients. It's just as good as the real thing.
See, they're all options.
Though
You have to
tofu
select them
could
all.
not be a more ordinary ingredient. It and crab roe are truly a match made in heaven. It's one of our specialties.
And the salted pork
This is
soup.
a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat, and ham are cooked together, creating a richly flavored soup. Pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl of rice you eat. You'll never get enough of it.
I'll order them all.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.5 people? Isn't that too much food?
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon hasn't even ordered yet. Squirrelfish, Juyu chili chicken, and Jury soup, please.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am?
I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total?
Around
20,000.
20,000.
Of course.
I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
A bowl of vegetarian noodles, was it? Please wait a moment. We will serve you shortly. All items missing. Food arrives. You Paimon, gorge yourself on a feast fit for a king.
Paimon's been thinking about something since we started eating.
Why did she only order one dish?
Is it? Because she actually doesn't have money?
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as mundane as Mora?
She has no money.
An astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars. Being so easily disturbed by such banal matters would hamper my judgment. Especially the act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar and dangerous.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of an astrologist's pride? Paimon doesn't get it. But it feels kind of bad that only we got to feast.
Let me whip something up for you.
Oh, yes, we can do that. Just give us a minute. You don't use more to fulfill your desires, so it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right? Let's go borrow the kitchen from the innkeeper.
For the innkeeper and ask to borrow the kitchen to make Mona a dish. Okay, go all the way back up to the top now. Which, considering loading screens, which is really annoying, considering that we're in the area, I don't know what it has to load. But considering loading screens, it's probably going to take as long to teleport as it will just to run up. So we'll do just a quick run up. It's no big deal. Plus it's fun to run up every once in a while, you know? Especially if you're doing the time trial thing.
Hello, how may I help you?
We'd like to borrow the kitchen here.
I don't mind, would like to eat a special dish.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. As long as you've prepared your own ingredients, feel free to use the kitchen. If I may add one more thing, you must be quite well versed in the art of cooking, yes?
Of course, if I make it, it's delicious. Not really.
How humble of you. Actually, I have a little suggestion. From your clothes, you're most likely not from around these parts. But since you've come to Liyue, would you like to try making Liyue-style cuisine? I have a recipe for golden crab with me. It's a Yue cuisine classic. It's crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep fried, and then pan fried together with ginger and garlic. When you finally plate up, the crab seems to be lying on gold.
Golden crab.
Sounds a little complicated. Learning a whole new dish for my sake is a bit...
Golden crab. Golden crab.
I got it. Golden crab. So I'm learning it for your sake too.
Then let's get to it. When
Golden
you're
crab.
in the kitchen, this'll be a cinch.
Recipe golden crab. Is the golden crab normal or delicious to Mona? Learn it. And then now I actually have to get the ingredients. 5 flour, 4 crab. Of course. Ingredients that I don't actually have regularly. Yeah, that's going to become a little bit of an issue. I mean, the flour we can buy and or make, I think. Yeah. So it's 5 flour. Was it really 5 for what? Wow! 5 for just 1! Jeez! I need 4 crab.
Let me guess where you're from.
Open for chat anytime. Gotta get the crab. I mean, crab's not overly difficult to get, I guess. You usually just have to go by the water. And you can usually find some crab without too much difficulty. It's just actually catching the dang things. Usually more towards these like beachy areas like this. And if there aren't any crabs here, I will look up something to see where a good place to get crab is. But I mean, again, the things like crab and stuff are usually along like the edges of these kinds of things. Ooh, I need one of these guys actually.
Steady as stone. I'll catch up.
Dang it! I don't know, like, what happened there. Sturdy bones! Nice. Those are what I needed. I mean, aside from the, crab. Snapdragon. Not what I was looking for. Do. It really is a good question. Where is the crab? Why can you never find this stuff when you need it? Like, seriously. Also, is that? No, okay. But I can already see that I'm gonna need Noel for these guys. They've got the shield. They've got the Geo shields that have to be broken with a claymore. Like, I guess I feel like that's one of the main issues with the whole, like the main character and stuff like that. Like, I get it, you know, the main character can do the other elements too, which is really cool, but they don't set up the enemies as like, oh, these just require a different element. They require different weapons entirely. Like, these guys just require claymores. You know, Geo doesn't... Geo helps, but it's more that you just need a claymore than you need just Geo, you know? Like, I could grab freaking, was it Razor that also uses a claymore? And he's lightning. And he would do better at fighting those guys than I would get from the you know, main character, just because of the fact that, again, he's got the claymore. So it could be cool if, like, the main character was allowed multiple weapons. Like, they're already getting every element, why not give them, like, every weapon as well? That would be cool. And it would solve a lot of the issues. I know that, like, that might be, you know, that might bring up the thought of, like, well, now the MC's too powerful, but canonically, story-wise, the MC is the only character, you know, that's, like, doing all this. So it just, I feel like it's one of those immersion things where it feels like it kind of breaks the immersion when you're like, oh, I have to use, you know, a claymore wielder here. You know, the main character just can't do it. You know, the main character can't do it. Even though it is supposed to be the main character doing all this stuff, you know. So, immersion, as some people like to say. But again, I know that might be like, somebody might be like, well, that just makes the main character too powerful, or, well, then what's the point of the other characters, or things like that. I mean, it's still limiting, maybe not as much. It would actually be less limiting, because one of the issues that I find a lot is that I need, like, a claymore. But I can't switch to somebody who uses a claymore because I'm stuck in battle. It would be nice if there was a way, you know, if the MC isn't going to just get everything, you know, a way for you to have access to all of the things, regardless of, like, if you're in a battle or not. You know, I get the idea that you can't switch party members because, well, you know, you could switch out a party member that's dead, you know. And then where's, like, the challenge, you know, because you could just use all of your party members. What's the point of the party member system? So, I can see that being an issue. I can see it being like, yeah, you really can't do that. But again, that's why I feel like maybe the MC could use all the weapons. Like, that would be a cool change, just so that if you encounter a part where you need a claymore, you can take a claymore, you know? It's like these, like, those enemies with the shields require claymores to beat. Like, it's very hard. Like, it's possible, but it's very hard to beat them without. And that's just not fun, if you ask me. Let's see. Genshin Impact Interactive World Map. No, the other one. There's two of them out there. Crab. Well, according to this map, there's crab in this area. Like, there's supposed to be tons of crab in this area, and I have seen 0 crab. In, like, the areas that it says there's crab. So, I'm a little confused. I wish that they had given me the ingredients. Like, just handed me the crab at least, you know? I understand why they didn't give me the ingredients, but still, it's like, really don't like this idea of having to, like, run around and find an ingredient for, like, a main story quest, you know? Where am I at? Right there? Okay. Supposedly, there's a bunch of crab over here. Supposedly. Like a bunch of crab is supposed to be over here. I'm seeing 0 crab around here. There, what just spawned in? This girl. And this is what I hate about this ability. If the enemy doesn't get knocked back, they get pushed on top of it. It is very obnoxious. And some enemies just don't have just don't receive any knockback at all. And so for enemies like that, that's just what always happens. Now she has like an electric shield. Bam!
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here! Let it rain.
What are you shooting at? I guess it worked. It looks like it hit. At first it didn't look like it hit, that's why I was like, what are you shooting at? Thought she had shot in a different direction for some reason. But she had not. Also, did I not get anything for fighting her? Except the chest? Because I really need her, like, stuff. Like, I was super excited to see that I was fighting one of those, because I'm like, I need the ingredients from them. But I don't think I got any. That was frog, that wasn't crab anyway, so it's fine that I missed that. Let me just grab these geo sigils. Supposedly there's just a bunch of crab here. according to this map. And there is very much no crab here. Unless I'm just confused on how to find it. I'm pretty sure there are literally just crabs in the world. And you just pick them up. And that was frog. That wasn't crab. Where are the crab? That's a lizard. It sucks. It rushed really fast, really hard to get to that. I didn't see what it was initially. Just said it was something that was rushing past me. Saw that coming.
Steady as stone. Go, go, Barrett!
Boom.
No one escapes my sights. Starball!
Frickin'. I hate these things. So much.
I'll catch up.
Frickin' cryo slimes. Well, I didn't expect to be stuck because of crabs. How about we try with this place, the shoal, whatever, however it's pronounced. The shoal area over here. Supposed to be a bunch of crab. I'm pretty sure I've seen crab over here too.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Nope, that's not crab.
The merrier. Blink!
Look, I really just don't care right now.
Let me amuse myself.
Time to clean up.
Yes, I need to kill you, like, pretty badly, but, like, I really just don't care about you right now. You can die, and everybody will be happy. Really? She doesn't die when you knock her in the water? I was trying so hard to knock her into the water to kill her. Because usually that's the thing. Oh, it was the thing. I tried to knock her just that little bit more. That was annoying. Why is it that now that I need crab, I can't find crab? Like, that is so annoying.
Let it rain. Crumble apart.
Like, I can find and gather up crab. And be like, oh look, crab. Until I actually need to get crab. And then there are literally no crabs to be found. How does one find crabs? Also, it's not just enough that I find a crab, I had to find 4 crab. Just to do this even once.
As a dutiful maid would. I must leave no stone unturned.
What? You really do have lots and lots of food there, Cat. Like, seriously, almost that entire can that I gave you. This is just like the stupid lotus heads that I can never find. Unless I'm not looking for them. Then I will find them. This really sucks. I just cannot find any crabs anywhere. I have no idea how to solve that issue. I know I've found crabs here regularly. But now there are just no crabs anywhere around here. There's a ruins, not ruins guard, or not a ruin guard, but the other one. Ruin sentry or whatever it is over there. The one that floats. Well, there's a ruin guard as well. Maybe they're not active. I feel like they would have attacked me by now if they were. 'Cause I'm definitely close. There's some trick to getting to, like, finding and getting crabs that I don't know of.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Because I literally do not know where to find crabs. Like, there's supposedly lots of crab around here. And there's 0 crab. Maybe crabs only come out at like a certain time? I mean, it is night. Maybe crab... Oh, hey, they've got like a new thing here, too. Ruin Hunter, that's what it was. It's a Ruin Hunter. Why can I find 0 crab in this area? That the map is also saying has like many crab. I'm surprised I wasn't locked, like secretly locked behind these enemies. Like, I kind of figured I'd get up there and then it would like display the lock because of these guys, but nope.
Steady as a dutiful maid would.
was very much not the case, interestingly enough. I love this AoE damage, though.
No escape.
Why is your shield not on fire?
I must leave no stone.
Like, why is the shield not on fire, despite him literally standing in fire? That made no sense. Hi!
Crumble apart.
Ah, boy. I don't know what button I just hit there. First time I've ever opened the weapon inventory with just a push of a button. Kinda wish I knew what the shortcut was for that, because that would be nice. Like, it's a great move like that, when the enemy can receive knockback. But when it's one of those enemies that literally cannot receive knockback, it's like, well, this sucks. What? How did you get up there? Someone's diary. Yang Shoal. What? Excuse me? He's just like teleporting up there immediately. And then getting full health from that too. I don't know why that was happening. That was really annoying. Also, I definitely still need to find crab. And all of that, I have found 0 crab. I feel like I've been going for like half an hour just on the search for crab. That is not fun. Random, just little tiny enemy there. I'm seriously about to like Google how to find crab in Genshin Impact, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, I'm going to all the places that are marked on this map. Xenoblade. I actually haven't ever played Xenoblade Chronicles, so I will take your word on that. Cannot find crab. Like, what the crap? How does one find crab? Hi.
Drop. Crumble apart.
How did that deal no damage? I don't like these whopper flowers.
No escape.
Seem a little buggy to me. But yeah, I've never played Xenoblade Chronicles, so I really would have no idea about anything about it. Especially not the second one. Because I've never played either of them. Maybe it's a time-based thing. Like if I wait till day, maybe the crabs come out to play? I mean, I wasn't purposefully trying to rhyme, but once I said it, it just kind of came out that way. Seriously, where are the crab? How to find crab in Genshin Impact? I'm so upset, because I have no idea. And I need 4 of these. How to find crab. Genshin Impact. 3 major locations. How to farm crabs in Genshin Impact. Uncle Sam and Liyue Harbor apparently sells them. So we have players have extra cash laying around. Yes, I have no problems. I have no problems with that at all. Where is this Uncle Sam in Liyue Harbor? That's the real question. Where is Uncle Sam? I guess he's probably one of the sellers, right? So they'd be in the market area. So up this way. Somewhere. I thought this would be simple. In fact, I was legitimately worried that I would not, like the flour wouldn't be done processing before I found the crab. The flour is by far done processing at this point. And I still have not been able to find crab. And the worst part is, this place is so big. Oh wait, the food stuff's down here actually. So I went the complete opposite direction. What? Food area's over here. It's probably this guy. Nope, that's somebody else. Shen the Sharp, Dong Sheng. Chef Mayo.
Tasty chop
Try
suey.
something new at the one.
I'm looking for an Uncle Sam apparently. will you be having? None of what you're selling. Hey look, I got my 5 flour. Hey! I'm just checking everybody at the moment, just in case any of them sell it. Do need actually some of this for another recipe. I'll purchase some of that real quick too. So who the frick is Uncle Sam and where do I find him? Adult toys? That's the kind of adult toys I was thinking of. Jade Mystery. Bang, the Halberd, Shiwei. Old Sam, Genshin Impact, apparently. Where to buy fish and crab. During the day, section of the northeast of the Adventurers Guild, a crystal is manned by Uncle Sun and Uncle Jao. The day, as the upsetting merchants won't be present at night. It's not Sam, it's Uncle Sun. Can I see? Wow. They shall sell fish and crab and shrimp. Where is that on the map? Northeast of the Adventurers Guild. Up there. Oh, okay. I can see the mini-map on their screenshot, which, by the way, if anybody ever wants to share pictures of Genshin Impact, please ensure that the mini-map is in the screen, because it super helps to be able to look and be like, there, on the mini-map. There's Uncle Gao. Here's Uncle Sun. Sun, not Sam. I promise the fish are fresh. No, super fresh. 1,200. I'm just gonna buy all the things he has. So, very important. I'm gonna put a marker here. Confirm. It's very important that I keep that, like, very important that I keep track of that. Oh my god, the quest for freaking crab is over. Finally. That was a pain, let me tell you. That was an absolute pain. Quest for crab may be over, but now the quest for my scissors has begun. Because I don't know where they went. One moment.
Could it be true?
Alright.
What I've heard.
Probably should have taken my drink before I came back. But oh well. Maybe people left because I turned off the avatar there for a moment, because I always do that when I go BRB. They're like, I can't look at the avatar anymore. I feel like ever since I added this avatar, more people have been coming in.
There's no need to spend all that effort on me.
Whoops.
I'm not in dire need of food. I am a little hungry, but it's not a big deal.
I didn't actually make the thing. Wait, I had it already? Oh my god! Oh my god! I had 3 of the... all that! And I literally already had some from another quest.
This aroma is...
I'm going to go with your noodles. Your special order, ma'am.
wow, it's incredible.
I didn't even need to do any of
My
that.
disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with great difficulty, accept.
No dialogue? It's delicious. Most delicious thing I've eaten recently.
I mean, I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As your master, I am most comforted.
You say that, but you're clearly relishing the
I
meal.
see that it's no boast to call them Liyue's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this mora on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be off. If we travel north from here, we should reach the Stone Gate, and from there we will be within the boundaries of Mondstadt. What deep mysteries shall we acquire knowledge of? I'm looking forward to it.
Continue your journey. Head for the Stone Gate. Alright. Just gonna teleport up there. Because why not? That's the whole point of waypoints after all. So that you can fast travel. Nope. Talk to Mona as she rests.
That was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb the wondrous depths of knowledge is indeed arduous.
Paimon's not tired.
That's because you float.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Tyler.
Who are you?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants. We just finished doing business in Liyue, and we're preparing to head back to Mondstadt. You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride?
I'm a little tired. Do I need to pay?
No need. We're already heading that way anyway.
There's no need. Now shoo, get out of our way.
Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up
Saw that
people
coming.
who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some Archon-forsaken place. Is that your deal?
Saw that
What are you
coming.
saying? We came over here to make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? With insults? If you don't want to get on, don't. Crazy girl.
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said, and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liyue Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're real legitimate businessmen, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You pushed it too far, brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
You will not touch her.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists. Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master can do.
Do I actually get to play as her? Yep.
delved into depth.
Not careless. Dodge this.
Shadows of fate.
I don't actually know what I'm doing when I'm hitting the E button. Hey, regular bandits now.
Decided by destiny.
Rest in peace.
What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations?
Combat buildings were amazing, especially you saw through those bandits.
Such things are elementary for an astrologist. Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars. Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tivat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate.
I'm a little excited.
Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. All right, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt over with.
If only we had a cart.
I thought you weren't tired.
I thought you were tired. I love her. I love her. I don't like her gameplay mechanic. And finally to Mondstadt. So far I have not needed Geo, and I have completely regretted switching to Geo for this, like,
Are you
storyline.
ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor.
Can't tell fortunes. I can't read the stars.
I guess. Wait, no. It won't do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple. We have a rule that forbids us from teaching outsiders, but I suppose I could teach you. My astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name suggests, I use the reflections in water bodies to observe the true starry sky. Allow me to demonstrate. Watch closely now. From the present station and movement of the stars, I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
I wondered if it was Lisa.
Meet her here presently. Well, that's all the information we need.
That's all?
It seems that even basic astrology can't be grasped in one go. Never mind, I'll explain in detail later. She's here.
Wow, it's you, Miss Honorary Knight.
Oh, it's Klee!
I'm on to your back.
Klee?
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
You mean Klee?
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival as well.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some kind of game?
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
See, I said this was a
But my
mistake.
predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
Aww.
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted her mystical arts to you, surely.
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to make jumpy dumpties. So Glee's mother is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Glee's so young. So even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. There can be no contest like this. Yes. So before Alice left, did she tell you about a 50-year agreement and about a certain box?
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Or this one. No, it's not this one either. Ah, I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise.
It's a bomb again, isn't it? Why do you always bury important things outdoors?
Wait for me. I'll be right back. Glee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how rash she is, I worry for the box.
Alright. Did not expect Klee, of all people. Definitely did not expect Klee, of all people. Okay, she's down near Windrise. We can teleport there real quick. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone because the Genshin Impact Twitter posted a couple of things. And I'm trying to see what it was that they posted. 3 discs contain... Oh, okay. So they released the OST for the Mondstadt arc. And then Diluc, they released his voice actor, Sean Shiplock. Yeah, still don't know who that is. I can say that with all certainty. But then Diluc is somebody I didn't think I knew anyway, so that's fine. Catch up with Klee and retrieve the box.
We're here! This is it! Let's dig it up!
This has to be the work of Dendro Slimes. Just like...
It can't be!
There's
I
others.
put a sign here. There's no mistake.
Wait. Hello, Dendro Slime.
Dendro Slimes!
Yep, Dendro Slimes.
We can talk later. Let's take them out first.
I really don't know that being Geo is helping me in this situation. But whatever.
It's this box. Glad it wasn't damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete. Let's bring it back.
Company Klee to return the box to Mona, who is probably back here. She is. Teleport. No real reason to run all that way, you know. How to farm crab in Genshin Impact. Just buy crab. Cause screw that. Like seriously. Screw all that. Just buy crab.
You're back at last. The wait was exceedingly dull. I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. Nothing of note in it at all. It dropped from Klee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some ancient knowledge, but... Never mind that. So, did you find the box?
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful! Wait a moment. Why isn't it locked? And why is it empty?
Huh?
What?
Well, it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasures.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the box? That's what I want.
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
The book in your hand.
What? This. So this book, this diary, is that Hag's... It's her diary from 50 years ago? The thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth? Huh, I'm finished. No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. I'm leaving. Bye.
No point getting mad at Klee.
Well, if you don't say anything, your master won't find out, will she?
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. Oh. After having spent all my Mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't return. How did it come to this?
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's... too difficult. And even if I wanted to stay in Mondstadt, it would be...
Too expensive?
I mean, no. You really have no way with it.
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I guess I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free.
An intimidating resolution. Is that really because it's temporary?
What will I do about my astrology research? No, wait. I don't even have a place to stay.
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. Let's see if she can help.
The Adventurers Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... You know what I mean, don't you?
Of course. That was always the plan.
Thanks. Never mind. It's nothing.
The bewildering fate. Speak to Catherine and help Mona find a place to stay. I'm really wondering if there's even going to be a dungeon involved in this one. Usually there is, but like, I don't know where they're going with the story anymore, so...
Ad Astra at...
About Mona's background and her
see.
quandary.
I understand the situation. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed by some unknown person. Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal, they all have their own labs and aren't that interested in the matter.
Oh, that's what that was this whole
You can
time.
break the seal. The owner
Okay.
of the house wouldn't mind if she stayed there.
I think she can
Alright.
do it.
Then allow me to tell you where the house is.
Okay. Yes, that's the house with the hydro symbol on it. I know exactly where that is. Well, no, I don't know where that is, but still. Also, I'm guessing I disconnected or something? Yes, I did. Did it actually track that? Yes, it did. Okay. Head to the laboratory and check the seal. Well, I guess I can always just follow the thing. But yes, yes it is. It's this place. This has been taunting me the entire game. Like, every time I come here, I'm like, what is this?
The person
The
who
Hydra
placed the
seal.
seal is by no means simple. Breaking this seal by force is nigh on impossible. Interesting.
Now I understand.
I suppose it's worth using my astrology on. Let me see. I see. So, if you first, and then you...
Bing! Nice.
Alright, it's open.
Holy moly, that's amazing! Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be able to stay here.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
Goth.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while back, and Catherine told me about the matter. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so quickly.
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express
Neat.
my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible price.
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for that. So rest assured that I will give you the best rates.
I mean,
She has nobody, so.
Mona's misunderstood something. But
Might be your best option. Save a little here, scribble a little there, and you'll be fine.
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this place.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the documentation. Please wait here.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to do what I agreed to help you with just yet. Without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, it will take me some time to see your destiny clearly. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready.
As you said, the journey was all gain and no loss. But you gotta keep working at it, then.
Thank you. Our traveling together was fate. And of the good kind, I'd say. I wish you both safe travels. As for me, I need to think of the future as well.
Aww.
how is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be bad if she fainted from hunger in there.
Right? And that's it. Beyond this world, stars quest complete. Bewildering fate. Mona's laboratory.
Crack it out. I'm doing experiments here. Oh, it's you. I'm currently running some tests related to your situation. I should see some results soon, so please wait patiently. Don't worry about me fainting from hunger. In any case, I figured out a way to make some money.
Neat. What seems to be locked by a curious seal? What is this place really? It's something that's not locked by the seal anymore? Well, that sucks. I was hoping that now that the seal was gone, that meant you could go inside, but nope. But that's it for Mona and her storyline. Boy. The crabs. The crabs just ruined me, though. Like, oh my god, the crabs ruined me. Can I help you? Like something made. Yeah, make some more of these. And why not? Some of these. And as many of these as I can because of that. They're simple and easy to make. Well, with that, now that we're done with Mona's storyline, I think I'm going to go ahead and end things off here. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes that you might have missed. And this was streamed live over at twitch.tv/Serene Inc. Free to come out, hang out with us, chat. And I don't know if I'll do any more Genshin Impact for a while. But I know that November 11th is the big 1.1 update. And I'll probably definitely I will. But I will probably come back for that. That may be the next time I come back, though. Just because I don't really know what else that there would be. So I mean, aside from hitting up the like little quests and things, but I figure that's meh, probably, you know. So but yeah, I guess on that note, I'll see you guys next time. See you later.